accounts department had my undivided attention for longer than I expected.
Oh, okay.
But from what I've heard, was very inspiring, and it reminds me, some of what you said reminded me that, for example, you were explaining how wherever we find something that can give us inspiration, it's so worthwhile to follow up. I remember one lecture Tamal Krishna Maharaj gave a very long time ago about how people should not be antagonistic to their previous religious upbringing, because without that religious upbringing you may not have come up to the platform of being receptive to Krishna consciousness. So,
Makes sense.
Without the, anya abhilasa.
They're like stepping stones.
Yeah. So everything. I know my mother, basically, her whole philosophy practically was Ishavasha Sarvamidam.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trained in that mood, so it became very easily understandable when I started reading these Upanishads.
Sure.
So I could understand these kind of things. There was one more thing. I wanted to mention the devotional service is so... Oh yeah, I remember what it was. You mentioned how gradual the process was. Once Raja Bihari from ISKCON resolved,
yes,
mentioned that he went through the Bhagavad Gita, I guess in the folio or something, and found the word gradual 70 times in the Bhagavad Gita. So it's a gradual process. Not that, for example, which you said, not that we just started today and tomorrow or 3 weeks we're going to be perfect. I think my godbrother Jagat Purush one time was going to reduce his eating, and he would only eat one chapati for the meal. And when Prabhupada heard about it, Prabhupada made him come in at the time that they were serving Prabhupada prasadam, made him sit down, and kept on serving him until he had 10 chapatis. So not by artificial means.
Of course.
You have to, some sincerity has to be there, and a lot of faith. A lot of faith. And Krishna consciousness, the whole process is so joyful. It isn't one of these hellfire and brimstone sorts of religion. The whole process is very joyful. I became attracted because all these Hare Krishna devotees seem to be so happy. So I wanted some of that. So, in fact, it used to be very common. Prabhupada would explain that Krishna consciousness is so wonderful that we don't need vacations, because like the people outside, they need vacations because they're always in complete anxiety. They're just working like dogs and working like that. Therefore it came as a surprise when you welcome a certain person and their family who just came back from their vacation. It was a little surprising.
Now
but from a tirtha,
I tried to encourage him because he's gonna work under the sun, which is like scorching heat
something,
right
but
now.
not vacation. Tirtha yatra,
just saying like that.
Go visiting the holy places or something. So,
actually, it's not him as a vacation; it's the kids having the vacation, but he has to be with them, so that's part of the deal.
I don't know. When I took my kids around, it was always like I traveled to different holy places, especially down south, because there's so many temples that you wouldn't get to see. And unfortunately, I never made it to Bhadrak Ashram. Although this time Gangotri would have been a good time to go a couple of days ago. Anybody made it? Anyways, so Krishna consciousness is so wonderful that we don't feel like we need a vacation, because it's so rewarding and so satisfying, where we feel so happy.
I was gonna tell you, say about this gradual. Prabhupada, when he saw Syamasundar Prabhu curving the Jagannath temple, he saw a pack of cigarette on top of Lord Jagannath's head. And he told Syamasundar to reduce one
At
stick.
first he said to Syamasundar, he said, "Oh, are you still smoking?"
he flicked with his cane, he flicked out the cigarette on top of Lord Jagannath. And he asked him to reduce one cigarette per day. Till ultimately it'll be, because people who wants to quit smoking, they want to take it out immediately, but it doesn't work like that, isn't it? It has to be, curb the taste slowly, and then ultimately no more taste. And then Krishna consciousness starts. Mataji, you have something to say? Please. Come forward a little bit. It's too short.
We had a short one.
We have to make arrangement for a longer microphone line here.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for your nice class. Prabhu, when the question of surrender arises, there are 6 items to it.
Saranagati,
Yeah.
surrender,
Surrender.
yes.
And protection is just one of them. So, unless one fulfills all the 6 items, then you can say he's surrendered, right?
But that is the ultimate, surrendering everything, your very self, with humility. That is the ultimate. Yes, 6 types or 6 kinds of surrender. So one of them is to surrender, but ultimately surrendering everything is the ultimate surrender. It's like avoiding which are unfavorable. That is surrender. You may not 100% surrender yourself, but if you know, oh, this is not supposed to be done, you are surrendered to a certain degree. Or doing things which are favorable, okay, this is surrender. Knowing Krishna as my friend, this is surrender. Knowing Krishna as my protector, this is surrender. Humility, and ultimately
Identify with their devotees.
yes, and you 100% mind, words, and your thoughts. Your thoughts, your action. Mind, words, and action. And ultimately your soul surrender to Krishna. That is complete surrender. But the others are surrender also, but not necessarily your mind is there, or your thoughts, or your action and your words and your complete self.
That means it's not surrender.
No, it is surrender, but not like I can surrender with one hand, but full surrender means I surrender. Okay.
Thank you.
with a white flag. The gorillas, the Japanese, when they surrender, they first see the white flag start coming out, and then they will see themselves like this. But with white hand, they will surrender, but it's not complete surrender, half surrender only. You understand? Okay. Anything else? So everyone is surrender today? How about tomorrow? Should be all the time. Pray to Krishna. He's the only one who can help us to surrender to Him. Not on our own. By our own endeavor is not possible. With the help of Krishna Himself, He will help us to surrender unto Him. Sooner, the better. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.